You're not allowed to be in here, buddy. A dwarf species from Colombia. I don't like these small dragonflies. Just stick a little hole right there. These can be a bit skittish. Here we go. Animal Squad, welcome back to another video. And today we are going to rehouse one of our dwarf tarantulas. Cassandra is behind the camera.
Hi.
And today is this little dude. It is the Hapalopus formosus. Yeah, that name that you will see on the screen. It's known as the pumpkin patch. And this is a dwarf species from Colombia, if I'm not mistaken. It is a terrestrial spider and it likes to dig a bit. And if you don't give it too much room to dig, you can expect some webbing as well. So pretty cool species. And we are going to set this little dude up into one of these enclosures. And the reason why is because I feel like this little guy or girl has grown out of this enclosure. And I love these exhibits or enclosures because we can see a lot clearer the spider. And I don't like these small dragonflies. So that is what we will do today. So I have brought out a nice cork bark and we have a mix of soil here. I usually like to use peat because peat doesn't dry out as quickly. But here's a mix of peat and cocoa fiber, and that is what we'll do for today. So what I will do is I'm just gonna build a small base of the soil here, and then I will try to put this hide in one corner like this. That way he has the ability to come in as a hide here, but he will also have, and I will show you soon, more digging space. So what I will do now is that I will cover this hide in the back here and also the side. So if he would like to, he can actually dig back here. We're gonna do a little starter burrow for him right there. So there we go, we got some peat, we got some nice looking hands, and we're gonna see if we can. I always use a finger. That's usually the right size for the spider. I mean, it depends what type of spider. But if you want to do a nice starter burrow, you can always use a paintbrush. And what you do is that you stick this down in the corner like this, and then you wiggle, 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 wiggle. And then we have a nice little starter burrow right there. So if he wants to burrow a lot, he will go straight into this burrow. If you want to use the already made hide for them, which spiders are amazingly good at taking over old animals' homes that have been abandoned or whatnot. So that is the option as well. And if you want to make this a little bit cooler, I know it's gonna web a lot. We found these, I don't know, what type of flower is this? It's obviously plastic, but I felt like if this guy or girl wants to web a little bit, we are going to snatch this one off here, and I'm gonna see if we can use the paintbrush again. Just stick a little hole right there, and then we're gonna stick this in right there. That way we will give it some webbing points to do some webbing, and I think that will look really cool. Again guys, we have a Discord server, so if you haven't yet, come over to Discord, have a chat with us. There is a link to the Discord in the comments and description, I think. So go and check that out. Then I'm just gonna sprinkle down some moss in here, just because I think moss looks really cool. We need to get more moss inside our enclosures. So something like that. And now I feel like the enclosure is done. This is obviously a temporary enclosure until this little spider grows bigger, but that's a good start. Now, what I usually do when I rehouse is that we bring out this. And that is just, if the spider wants to have a stroll around the animal room, hopefully will stay in this box. And I think you can see still, right? You can see, right? Pretty good, right? All right, so what we will do now is I'm gonna stand up here, and you can keep filming down here. I'm actually gonna use the back of this paintbrush, and we're gonna see if we can get him to move out. He probably will go down into his old burrow. So that's what I'm trying to block off. And hopefully these can be a bit skittish. Here we go. Oh, look at that. What a beautiful spider. Nice and easy. There we go. So you want to be gentle. There is no rush. If you are rushing this spider, there is a chance that it might actually be a bit scared and run off. But that was pretty nice and easy. And the thing with spiders here is when we had it in the own enclosure, I even had this open throughout the video. I wasn't scared that this spider will move out. But now it doesn't have a safe home yet. So now it can just get out of there super easily. So we have to wait. Now we get a bunch of cats in here. And now we have to wait and see if it gets a home until we feel secure that this guy would actually go in. Now we get some nice footage of this guy here. Again, this spider grows a bit bigger. Not too much though. It's a dwarf spider. And let me know in the comments what your favorite tarantula is and what is our favorite tarantula? I don't know. It's hard to pick a favorite tarantula, I know. Give me your top 5. It doesn't have to be in order. Another news from the animal room today is that we actually paired our Grammostola pulchripes today. I didn't film it because the female is a lot smaller than a male, but I heard that you can pair those tarantulas a lot sooner, but we were not sure. So we just tried it off camera. I think it was a successful pairing. So now we have 2 paired females. I'm not sure if it will be successful with an exact, but we will see. Time will tell. So that's some news from the animal room. We will be a lot better at actually filming our pairings in the future. So don't miss to subscribe so you don't miss. Now I captured the little guy coming in here. You're not allowed to be in here, buddy. You know you're being wrong. Yeah, run out with you. But that's all we have for this video, and there's more videos coming. So we have a lot of spider pairings, a lot of rehousings. We have both the Senestus, is it Bright? I think we have to rehouse, and we have to rehouse our Grammostola pulchra. So that's coming up very soon. So make sure to subscribe so you don't miss that, and I'll see you in the next video.